Hey Pisces, it's Tashina here with Holy Tarot. I am here to bring you the rest of May into June's love reading. You can see that you already got a card. It's the lake, stillness. You might be going to a lake actually for vacation. You might be wanting to be by some water. The ocean, a lake, lake house, you know, cabin. Stillness though, it's calling for stillness. So your love life right now is calling for you to take a step back. Sorry, I'm looking for my cards. There we go. It's time to take a step back. Maybe go into a little bit of self-reflection. You might want to do some things like some hobbies that you love. Painting, drawing, you know, music. There's something about being patient as well. There's something about looking in a still lake and seeing that reflection, like it's mirrored back to you. You might get a sense of someone mirroring back, like your soulmate's mirroring back to you. Okay, that card came up that way. That's the Ace of Swords. Truth, honesty, direct communication, triumphant success. This is often, for me at least, success or honesty or reality or clarity coming kind of out of the blue, like catching you off guard. So maybe you get a dose of reality by being still, like you realize something about yourself. Maybe you realize you don't want to be with somebody anymore, or you want to be with somebody. Okay, sacrifice. Power. Transform. These are three major arcanas here, okay? Give me just a minute. This is major messages for you. The death card on the end there. I just did a reading. Who did I just do? It was for Capricorn, got the death as well. Shedding, letting things go. I feel like this is all internal. I don't feel like this is external to you. I feel like this is you doing the internal work, like you being honest with yourself. You're not interested. So you figured out going into stillness, going into maybe even a meditative state. By the way, this reading is for Sun and Moon in Pisces. That's what I resonate really well with the moon. So if your moon sign is in Pisces, then this is a great reading for you. If this is your sun sign, you know, hopefully it resonates, but check out your moon sign, okay? I forget to say that in the beginning. All right, this card flew out next. So we're talking about no longer sacrificing, okay? So here you are cutting the chains. Here you are with the devil energy here. It's getting stuck to the table. Weird. I broke some glass on the table earlier and like I tried to clean it up, but I think some like whatever I cleaned it with is getting stuck to my cards. Anyway, so that's the hanged man, okay? In reverse there, sacrifice. So it feels like no longer feeling this need to make others happy. Like taking control and releasing the chains, even towards this, even towards, like, I get this sense that, like, you feel like this. You feel like, I'm being honest and clear, like, because you're in stillness, right? You're in meditative mode. You're in self-regulation, you know? You're regulating self right now with stillness, because that's what you do when you're still, when your mind is quiet. But I get this feeling that, like, you feel like this. You feel like, I'm being clear and it's, you know, it's coming to me. I'm being, like, I'm being truthful to myself. But, like, others see you as this. That's what it feels like. It feels like other people, like your spouse, your, you know, loved ones, whatever, see you as, like, almost like fooling yourself, you know? And you're like, no, I'm no longer tied to this, whatever the hell this is, whatever, you know, way of thinking I was before, whatever has kept me down, has caused me stress, has lied to me, whatever. I'm no longer interested in being part of that anymore. I want to cut the chains. I want to no longer sacrifice who I am for anyone. I'm like, you're saying, like, I got my power back. I got my power back because I went to this quiet place. I went to be by myself. I went to do things that I needed to do. And now I give to myself. Now I give to myself, because that's what you have to do. You have to give to yourself first. You have to fill your cup before you can help anyone else. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. I say the signs not because this is the only thing you can, you know, be dealing with, but it's nice when you get, you know, you hear a sign and it feels like it's just for you. The reading is for you, you know. It's nice to be able to get that little acknowledgement. So I try and tell the signs if I can, but it could be any sign. It's just energies. It's a general reading. You can't, no tarot reader can tap into every person's energy and who, like, every Pisces is dating. Okay, so we're talking about, this is you right here. Okay, transformation. That's the death card. That's your card, Pisces. At least for me, that's what it feels like. I know it's supposed to be Scorpio, but it actually feels more like Pisces. It feels definitely more like that. So Scorpio, Pisces, yes, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Leo. That's what's on the board. And talking about the hope, this is star card, the hope that you have coming out of this. This is great. Like, Pisces, amazing. Like, you may be dealing with a change in a situation that needed to happen. Maybe someone wasn't giving to you. Maybe they had you tied up in something. It looks like maybe it was something financial. Maybe you had a baby with someone, or you have and they're not pulling their weight. Like, it feels like somebody wasn't pulling their weight and you went internal instead of, like, and you know what this is kind of telling me here is, like, instead of you flying off the handle or getting upset and, you know, like, being angry about someone not being able to, you know, pull their weight, or someone not being what you wanted, you went internal. Like you decided to figure out what it is that you can change. And that's like really healthy, because that's the first step. You don't go to the person and just like fly off the handle and just be like, hey, you know, like I want my power back, like this is dead, you know, whatever, like, you know. And maybe you did do that. Maybe you were like, because I mean, you were like, no longer sacrificing anything about my, you know, me anymore. Like I'm ready to cut that shit off. I mean, you are in your power. But I feel like what you did was you did go internal first to figure out what you could do that would be helpful in the situation, instead of flying off the handle and, like, you know, confronting the person or whatever. You know, I feel like you did actually take the time to do the meditation, do the self-evaluation, to do the, you know, the stillness. Maybe you did it alone. Maybe you did it within your, just like in your mind. But instead of like sending them negative energy and, you know, pointing the finger at someone else, you actually went internal and did some of this evaluating within yourself to see what you can help. And what happened was you figured out you were giving out too much. And that was not, like, the intention behind it wasn't a good thing. So you're like, okay, well, I'm ending that. And you're like, oh, wait a minute. When I was giving out too much, I lost some of my power. And you're like, wait, I want that back. And you're like, well, why did I do that? Like, I was giving out too much. It wasn't balanced here. This is the card of, like, someone giving and receiving equally. So you're like, all right, I'm going to work on balancing that out, so we both give the right amount. And then you're like, okay, if it doesn't work, like, I'm going to have all the best hope in the world that it's going to work out. But if it doesn't work, I'm ready to walk away. Like, you're like, I'm going to put in, I'm going to take my power back. If this person doesn't, like, understand what I'm doing, they can't get that, like, this is what I'm doing, or they don't like it, I'm ready to walk. This is a really good place to be, I'll tell you. Like, I'm actually surprised the 9 of Pentacles didn't come out, because this is when this change up here, this, like, shift in consciousness, the shift in like seeing things in a different way, the mentality of the situation has changed, because it's like you're now taking control of what you can take control of. Like, you can't control anybody else's feelings or what they do or their responses, but what you can do is make choices, smart choices, about how you respond to things and what you ask for and how you change and what you allow to happen in your life, in what people ask you to do, you know, like how you balance giving and receiving to a partner, and to have hope, healing, hope. So this transformation is going to do a few things. It's going to bring back hope into your relationship, into your life. If you're single, it's going to bring back hope back into your life. This is, like I say, you have a little bit of time. If you're single, you're not going to meet somebody this month or maybe even next month, because you have this path that you still have to work on, and you're doing healing because of the change. You're like, okay, I'm no longer giving everything of myself. Like, that is a chain I was chained to. Like, I was, you know, chained to the weight of that. And I no longer can do that anymore. Now I want something more balanced. So that's a big transformation, okay? Huge, big shift. So those of you that's going through that, you're going to need some time to, you'll need some time to heal, to fill your cup. Those of you that are in a relationship and it's good, you know, it's going well, then this person is going to see that you have transformed, and it's going to be a little bit of a growing pains because you have changed. You're no longer giving so much of yourself that you're missing parts of yourself, you know. You realize you can take that back. So they'll see that, and it'll be a bit of a growing pain, and you guys will have to figure out and navigate a little bit over the next month on how that works in your relationship. You may have a little bit of bickering. You may have a little bit of, you know, you might have to settle things in different ways, in more level-headed ways, you know. So yeah, but it's such a good shift that, like, it doesn't matter. And if they're not down, let's say this person can't take it, like you've changed too much, and you're like, and they're like, you know, like, I don't even know you anymore. Then, you know, it might be time to let that go. That might not be the relationship you want to be in anymore, because you want to continue growth. You want to keep growing this way. All right, so I made my own cards. So I pulled one for you, and your card is Speak Up. So it's calling for you to don't allow someone to run over you. Take back your power. It's that whole area here with this, and this. I mean, it's like right here, you know. So after you go into stillness, you figure out this part that, yes, I've been sacrificing too much of who I am for this relationship, for, you know, for whatever reason, for maybe I'm stuck in some cycle that I can't get out of, and I'm, you know, I keep sacrificing for these men or these women, you know, I keep chaining myself to these people that I feel like I lose myself in. Then it's time, right then, the minute you figure out, if you're with somebody, speak up in that relationship. Let them know, like, wait, I've been doing this all along, and I really want to change that now. I really want to have a more balanced relationship, a more equal. I want to be able to give as much as I can receive, you know. I want this, I want to be able to love you fully. So yeah, it might be time to have a deep conversation about this change you'll be feeling. It could be even into June. So yeah, I kind of get this feeling it's going to be in June when this happens. All right, Pisces. Well, good stuff. You guys are doing these amazing changes for yourself. It's not for anybody else, for yourself. It'll benefit others, but it'll be just for you, and that's going to feel really good. All right. If you're interested in a private reading, please, the link is below. I have an Etsy store, and I wish you the best. Like, share, you know, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.